This is Pete Feenstra for GetReadyToRock.com on Saturday the 6th of July, talking to multi-instrumentalist Mr. Malcolm Bruce. Apart from being in Sons of Cream, apart from being the son of Jack, you're a multi-instrumentalist in your own right that some people know about, some people don't, Malcolm. You're currently on tour with Andy Fraser and his band all around the UK.
Yep.
What can we expect from your solo material?
Wow, that's a broad question.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I mean, I think everything I do stands on its own. So each song I write, or each piece of music I write, has its own life, its own sound world. I come from a classical background, I suppose, or a music background, so I don't see boundaries in music. It's more about the process and.
But what are the influences that brought you to that, other than being able to read and stuff?
You know, obviously, my dad has got to be an influence in there somewhere.
Absolutely.
He's had a pretty amazing career, and he's still
is.
strong.
Yeah. But you've already done a lot of things so far, haven't you?
I have.
To get to this point.
I have. I know how to make a nice cup of tea.
How to get on with other people in the band. But musically speaking.
Yeah, I play a lot of jazz piano. I write jazz music, whatever that word means. But what I'm doing with this current tour is just simple singer-songwriter stuff, acoustic guitar, voice. Were you encouraged by Jack to be a musician, or did he try to steer you away from that at the beginning? He certainly didn't try and steer me away. It was just a very natural process that happened.
Yeah.
The instruments around the house, the environment of music constantly being created. And when he saw me evolve into somebody that actually wanted to do that as a career, he was very encouraging.
Yeah.
He certainly helped me with a few contacts and a few advice and lots of things like that. But he's very much kind of go out there and do it yourself. He's not the kind of person that's going to sort of shape my career or anything like that.
No, I think you'll find your own way in the way that you have been doing.
Yeah, I mean, I think being the son of somebody that successful can sometimes have its drawbacks in the sense that it may take longer to find your own voice in the music and longer to establish a career, because there's always that expectation. So what do you like comparing you to?
Well, you play a whole well, he was a multi-instrumentalist as well.
Yes.
Go and chip off the old block. And of course, talking about him, you have done a tour, a very successful tour, and been to the States with Sons of Cream.
Yes, with Kofi Baker, Ginger Baker's son.
And Godfrey
Townsend.
Guitar. How did you meet up with him? Because he's an American guitar.
Godfrey got in touch a while back and said, would we like to do something? And at that point, me and Kofi had been exploring possibilities, so we brought him on to do that, and it was great. But we're actually possibly moving on from Godfrey. We've been talking to a guy called Will Johns.
Yes.
And Will is Andy Johns' son, very talented, and I've known him for most of my life. And really, he's the son of Cream anyway, because his uncles are George Harrison, Eric Clapton, and Mick Fleetwood.
Well, there's a whole heritage
there's a whole thing there, and he's super talented and a lovely guy. And I think, in a way, if we're going to continue the Sons of Cream concept, it should be a British concept with people that are kind of intimately attached to it.
Even though they were huge in America.
They were huge in America, but the guys themselves were from here. And in a sense, Will is one of us in that sense.
Yeah.
And he plays great blues and he sings great.
So do you have any plans for recording in your own right?
Yes, in fact, I've started my own record in Nashville with a guy called Kevin McKendry, who's dealt with the Clintons MD for many years.
Have a lot of feel there,
Yeah, so we've done the basic tracking there, and I'm finishing it off at home on my recording setup. So yeah, I've got about 17 songs, probably finished about 12 of them.
Singer-songwriter kind of stuff?
More, it's more rocky, I would say a little Radiohead-ish perhaps, but it's certainly not classic rock. I mean, there might, to the discerning listener, they might hear a little bit of the essence of classic rock in there, in the sense of previous influences, but ultimately it's kind of very contemporary sound.
Well, we'll look out for that. This tour that people should watch out for, I think it's about an 8-day tour, isn't it?
8 or 9 dates in the UK,
And you're opening up, I think you're on stage about 8:30 every night, so come early. It's been Pete Feenstra talking to Malcolm Bruce. It's been an absolute pleasure, Malcolm.
Nice one.
Watch out for the tour, and thank you very much to Roger on the camera. Good afternoon. Cut.